What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering, and I thought it was an important and also like a little fun update to the Bud Light saga because I actually hadn't noticed this. I hadn't noticed, if you remember, Bud Light had tweeted, I think, on like April 1st, and then essentially went into hiding after getting ruthlessly ratioed, buried, crushed by angry customers who were not happy with, being called fratty and out of touch and this kind of thing by some woman was born rich and has probably never drank a Bud Light in their life. Fast forward to 2 Fridays ago, Bud Light peeked its little head out and tried to put out a tweet saying TGIF ? And they were obliterated. Well, I've got some more hilarious news for you right now after a super quick word from this video sponsor, Sheath. Huge shout out to this video sponsor. That's right, Sheath. These boxers are designed to keep your balls off your legs. Sheath has 3 individual compartments to keep everything down there separate and cool and comfortable. And hey, since they've been a long-time sponsor, I've heard from many of you who have tried out Sheath and really love it. They were invented by a U.S. Army soldier who came up with the idea for Sheath during his second tour in Iraq, where it was hot as heck and his boys needed to breathe. And on top of all sorts of awesome designs for Sheath, they've added all sorts of winter items, hoodies, gator necks, and all sorts of base layers. Head on over to the link in the description and pinned comment down below. Use my promo code to save and support the channel and keep everything nice, cool, and dry. Sheath is also veteran owned and not a company that's ever going to get woke and go after their customers. I know it's weird to think about trying a different underwear brand, but you've got nothing to lose and only comfort to gain, so you should check them out. At least check out their website. TGIF, they wrote back on April 14th, which received 11.6 million views, and they are still actively hiding people roasting them. I mean, people, even my video on here got a lot of love. Thank God I'm fired. Bud social media manager. This is Tyler Fisher, great guy. Everybody in the comment section, Bud Light social media, holy ratio Batman, Jordan Satchel saying they don't want the tranny fluid, Oliver London or Ollie London. Where's the apology to all your customers for mocking real women by having a man that parodies women be the face of your brand? I mean, it's, and obviously you have Seth Weathers, who launched his ultra right beer after this, which I guess an article claimed he's now made $1 million in sales. I don't know. I didn't know you could sell beer like on the internet. I guess they ship it from local breweries or something like that. So like literally this guy built a whole, like, I'm going to sell something called Ultra Right 100% woke free American beer. And he literally built this business. Whoa, $20 for a 6-pack? Okay, it better be really good. That's like $3 a beer to drink it at home. I guess it's probably a gag gift. I suppose that's probably what people are buying it for. But this is all pre-order, by the way, too. But people were just ruthlessly ratioing them. So they poke their head out, right? They peek it out. They say, hey, TGIF ? Instead of saying TGIF, wrong. That's it. They have not been able to tweet since. They literally haven't tweeted. A brand this big has not tweeted. I mean, we have the NBA playoffs going on right now. My Milwaukee Bucks are about to get upset in one of the most embarrassing collapses in Bucks history, in basketball history. They don't have a single tweet. They tweeted once in April 1st, got ruthlessly ratioed. Then they tried 2 weeks later, ruthlessly ratioed. And now it's been a full almost 2 weeks, 12 days. They can't use their own Twitter account. They're literally locked out because people are just crushing them. And I'm so proud of you all for it. I'm so proud of you. And you have stuff like, I mean, this is becoming a whole thing. Like Kim Reynolds which is an Iowa governor, touts real women coolers parodying Bud Light trans influencer. You see, Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds is promoting a series of beverage coolers that label herself and 3 other female Republican governors as real women of politics. So you have like I think the Bud Light thing used to be like real man of genius. Well, now it's real women of politics. And promotion of the campaign merchandise comes amid backlash from conservative online circles. Again, I don't think it's exclusively a conservative thing. I really believe it's like it's just a everybody thing. It's everybody is sick of this bologna sausage. And that's really what's happening. It's not a conservative thing. It just simply isn't. Yes, it is being driven by conservative mainstream media, but the people who are getting involved, aren't necessarily Republican. Of course, 4 styles of the koozie exist, and a 2-pack of the koozies costs $15. So they're using it to fundraise. This is good. I use it to sell my Mother's Day gift boxes on coffeebrandcoffee.com. This Seth Weathers guy started a conservative beer, like meme beer. And then you have this article. Bud Light fumbles, but experts say inclusive ads will stay. Bud Light may have fumbled in its attempt to broaden its customer base by partnering with Dylan Mulvaney, but experts say inclusive marketing is simply good for business and it's here to stay. Quote, a few years from now, we'll look back at this controversy with the same embarrassment that we feel when we look back at the controversies from past surrounding things like interracial couples in advertising, said Sarah Reynolds. The only couples that are in advertising now are interracial. That's the way the media works. Like, and by the way, not white. It's like a black husband and an Asian wife. Like, it's so crazy. Like, sometimes you watch commercials and it's like, I just watched an entire commercial break and it was very diverse. Look, if it sells stuff for you, cool. I'm just noticing it. I'm not saying making any opinions of it. I'm just saying, or, casting any aspersions. I'm just saying it's very clear that marketing has had a mandate, to, get those white folks off the screen. On April 1st, of course, we know about the video. But unlike the dress from Rent or the runway or trip to Denmark from skincare brand, the backlash to the beer was fast and furious. 3 days after the post, Kid Rock posted this. We know that. This week, Anheuser-Busch's InBev subsidiary confirmed that Alyssa Heinerscheid, its vice president of marketing, and her boss, Daniel Blake, are both on a leave of absence. The company won't say when they will return or whether they're even being paid. For some, the partnership went too far at a time when the trans issues of being, gender-affirming care and participation in sports are a divisive topic in state legislations. Whether the issue is trans people or anything else, the majority of consumers are pretty vocal about the fact they don't want brands lecturing them or stuffing politics into social issues down their throat. John Frigo, head of digital marketing for Best Price Nutrition. If you sell beer, just make the beer, leave it at that. See, I 100% agree. 100% agree. And that's, and that's what I'm saying. Like, this is what people, people agree with us on this. They don't want any more of this. But others, including Heinerscheid themselves, say reaching out to younger and more diverse consumers is crucial. During a 2021 Gallup poll, 21% of people in Gen Z identify as LGBTQ+. Yeah, well, how many of them are on TikTok 4+ hours a day? Like that's, I wonder how much of it's related, how much social currency is included in identifying as such. Well, certainly somebody like Dylan Mulvaney will never have to work again and is accumulating wealth, not richness, wealth. I don't know if they're really trans or not, but I think you'd be foolish to pretend that there isn't a financial motivation for some. Marketing experts say it's possible that Bud Light's experience will cause other brands to rethink using these people in advertising. Joanna Schwartz, a professor at Georgia College at State University who teaches courses on LGBTQ+ marketing. God, imagine taking a course on that. So companies will still want to reach trans communities consumers and their supporters, but might shift to social media and more targeted ads. They're walking an extremely fine line. They want to appeal to everyone, but that includes people who don't like each other, Schwartz said. That's fair. Still, Schwartz said there are plenty of brands that have successfully featured trans or non-binary people in their marketing. I mean, again, if you want to do that, that's fine. I think if you're, I think that the Dylan situation is unique. It was the straw that broke the proverbial camel's back. People had literally just had enough of it. It'll be interesting to see if, let me know in the comment section down below. When do you think, if and when do you think Bud Light will tweet again? I'm thinking maybe Friday, which would be the end of the month. Maybe. If we go back to March, by the way, they were tweeting sometimes several times a day. Okay, they would tweet 20 to 30 times a week. Now, they've tweeted twice in a month, and they got ruthlessly ratioed both times. It's not over. Keep up the pressure. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like on it, and we'll talk to you again real soon.